What's up, everybody? My name is Ashleigh Wylde. Welcome to my channel, Ashleigh's Wild Life. Today, we just arrived in Colorado after about 25 hours of travel on what should have been a 13-and-a-half-hour road trip. So this is just a short video chronicling some of our mishaps on the road trip from hell. So to begin with, we just noticed right away when we're about to leave town, like, oh yeah, my tire's low. Like the day before, so we're like, okay, we'll just put air in it in the morning. We'll be good to go. So we get up in the morning, we're packed, the car's loaded, we get the pets, like we crush it. We put some air in the tire and we're like off to see the wizard. And then all of a sudden, I start trying to get up to like 55, 60 on the highway and my car just starts like shaking. Like if I can give you a sensation of what it's like, it was like 45, yeah, okay, sure, 50, oh, okay, 55, and we were like, oh my God, this cannot be good. So I like called my mom, of course, I'm a millennial, and my mom's like, hey, it could be a low tire. So we're like, oh yeah, we did have a low tire, maybe it's that. Then this guy on the highway is like next to us and he's like, and we're like, whoa, dude, what? He gets over in front of us like a cop would and like pulls us over. And he's like, watch your speed, like your rear passenger tire is super, super low. So we're like, oh crap, we're already only going like 50. So we're like, okay, yeah. So we slow down to like 25, put the hazards on, gotta find a Jiffy Lube because they do my oil change. So I was like, if anybody's gonna do anything for me for free, it's gonna be Jiffy Lube. Shout out to Jiffy Lube, because even though they don't fix tires, they did take off my tire and put my spare on, which is good because it was flat. Like we were driving, I went to get the tire pressure, 0. It was 0 PSI. I was like,
and we had just filled it like...
Yeah, like an hour before.
Yeah, like
or
that's
maybe,
how fast.
Like maybe hour and a half most,
yeah.
Right?
So it just like, it was gone.
And then when I went to check the tire pressure, I like take the thing off and I hear shh, and I'm like, yeah, okay, that's not good. So Jiffy Lube has a little wait, but you know, we wait. We get the tire on. It's this rusty spare tire that they have now put on, which is fine. It's a full-size spare. We're like, okay, cool. We're chilling. It took an hour, but we're chilling now. So everything's fine. The tire's on. We're like, okay, yeah, we have to drive kind of slow, but we're on the road. We're making some headway.
We're feeling good. We're like, okay, we got the thing out of the way. Like the bad thing that's gonna happen, we did it. We're good. Jiffy Lube helped us out.
So we're over the hump. You know, we have to drive slow. We're gonna get there later than we hoped, but at least we're going. And then, you know, a little ways, a couple hours, Kaiser starts acting pretty funny. He's like whining and he's being shifty, and I'm like, oh, okay, maybe he needs to go to the bathroom. So I'm like, well, as soon as we see a rest stop, I'm going to pull over. We'll let Kaiser out. We'll do this, that, and the other thing. And all of a sudden, he starts, like, rearranging his bed with his paws. And Ash looks back, and she's like...
There's just puke everywhere. There's puke on his bed. He just threw up. He just threw up all over the back seat.
On the seat, on the back of the seat, on his bed.
In between the, like, where you plug your seatbelt in, like, all up in...
So we're like, okay, not good. So we stop, like a rest stop is close, and we stop, and we get out with Kaiser, and there's like a pet recreation section, there's like a no pet section, and we had parked like right near them. So we get out, and there's a no pet section, and I'm like trying to walk him over to the pet recreation section, but he takes like 2 steps onto the no pet grass, and then just like liquid poops, like a bit, like I didn't know what to do. It's like if you took like a bottle of water and just went like... And, like, you can't pick this up. This is not poop that you can pick up. And here's the sign that says, like, no pets, please. And, like, here's his poop. So I was like, oh, there's, like, people in the car. They're looking at me. They're going to be like, why didn't you pick up their poop? Why'd you let him poop right there? And he's obviously sick. He's feeling bad. He's got, like, diarrhea. He's puking.
All the while I'm in there, like, trying to clean puke out of, like, the crevices of the seatbelts. I have, like, napkins flying everywhere. There's like people looking at me funny because I'm like, yeah, there's napkins and puke.
So Ash finally gets it clean enough for us to like try to get back on the road. Kaiser's feeling okay. You know, we're like, okay, we'll stop again soon. So he has another opportunity to go again soon. So we go to a gas station and it has a Subway attached to it. And we're like, oh my God, we're starving. We're so tired and we're starving. So we pull in and we're like, all right, we're going to get some Subway. So we step inside to Subway. We're in there for like
5 minutes.
Five minutes. Like, it couldn't have been more than that. We come back out, Subway bags in hand. Ash opens the passenger door to the car.
And there's just puke all over my seat. Just throw up all over my seat. Like, it's not even like he was like, oh, I'm just gonna throw up back where I already threw up. He was like, no, I think the passenger side of the front seat sounds super great.
He had like drank a bunch of water, and so he just basically puked water all in the passenger seat. Then he stepped in it, and his paw prints were all over the driver's seat. So we're like holding our Subway bags like, maybe we should turn around. Maybe we're not supposed to go because this is getting ridiculous. So this time Ashe walks Kaiser and I start cleaning up the puke. I'm like, I have, basically an overabundance of Taco Bell napkins in my car. So I'm like scraping out dog puke and throwing them on the ground, and like my hands are covered in it, and I'm getting pissed off and I don't have enough, so I have to go buy paper towels and keep on doing it. And then of course, we have to drive still. So I'm like layering paper towels over the seats so that Ashe can sit on it. And then like when she does get back in,
my whole pants for like, until I think it was like, 4:30 in the morning when I changed. No, it was like 4 to, I don't really know at that point. But I finally changed my pants. But up until that point, like multiple hours, I was just damp. I was just damp.
From seeping up through the paper towels and then into her pants. So of course by this time we're really getting to our wits' end here. And then, remember, we're driving 50 on the highway where the speed limit is 80. So all these trucks and all these aggressive drivers are like passing us. We have our hazards on. They're just being like jerks for no good reason. It sucks. We're in the slow lane. Like, we're doing the best we can. So anyways, by 12:30, we've been getting up early all week. By 12:30, we're out. Like, we're not driving anymore.
Like, we're like listening to a podcast and Ashley's like driving and I'm like,
and I look over and I'm like, are you asleep? I mean, she's sitting up, but like
I was like, I'm the co-pilot. I have a responsibility, but my eyes were like, you have a responsibility to close me.
So we find a rest stop finally. We try to get like parked, get comfortable, everything. And we both lay down in the car to go to sleep. We're trying to like save money. We're trying to save time. We're doing the whole thing. So we try to get to sleep like kind of like this, right? We're in like basically an upright fetal position, both of us.
Yeah.
And we fall asleep this way. Then at some point in a couple hours, I wake up a little and I'm like, okay, I'm quiet. I'm silent. But my internal monologue is this. Oh no. Oh, my legs really hurt. Oh, this is bad. Oh no, we have to go fast. Okay. Both my legs from the feet all the way up to the hips are asleep. I'm like this because I'm like geared up in pain. I'm like, okay, all I can really do is just fall back asleep and they'll right themselves. I just gotta close my eyes and go back to sleep. Well, in all my moving around, and remember, I did this silently in my head. In all my moving around, I wake Ashe up.
I like go to move and realize that my whole left leg is like gone. Like, I don't feel it. And I was like, oh no. And then I realized I couldn't feel my right leg either. So both of my legs are asleep. So she's over here like, and I'm like, no, like it hurts so bad.
So as a point of reference, compared to my silent suffering and like, oh, this hurts really bad, but if I fall back asleep, it'll be fine. This is a reenactment of Ashe. So I've woken her up and all of a sudden she realizes like, oh, she's slowly groggy and she's like, oh, my legs are, and then she's like, ow, ow, ow. Yes. And she's like slowly like nursing her leg over and she's like, ow, ow. And
I was like half asleep. Like, I was not awake. I was not in my body. I was like, finally.
So I'm like, what's going on? And she's like, both my legs are asleep. And I was just like, I kind of had to laugh too because I was like, yeah, mine too. But like, what's going on though? Because like, there's something going on.
Oh, it hurts so bad.
Oh, so we get maybe like a scraped together hour and a half of sleep at this rest
And like, after I woke up and both of my legs were asleep, like they didn't regain feeling for another like 20 minutes. So I'm sitting there, I can't feel my legs, I'm freezing. Kaiser's being weird in the backseat. She's passed out already. I'm like, okay, Twitter, hi. Like, So
finally, it's like 4:15, And I just like go from sleep to like wake. And I see that Kaiser's up and his ears are back. And I'm like, Kaiser, are you okay? And that wakes Ashe up. And Ashe is like, Brr! And I'm like, so do you want to take Kaiser?
Literally, I'm like waking up and I'm still trying to like gain my bearings. I'm like, oh, what time is it even? Do you want to take him outside? I'm like, right now, are you asking me to take him outside? Yeah.
So she takes him outside, I get the car ready, we get everything ready to go, we pull out, and we keep driving from basically 4:15 until like 7. And at 7, the sun's like way high and I'm like warm and I'm just like, oh, I'm going to sleep. Like, I have to go to sleep right now. So I pull and park in like a shopping center parking lot, I don't know. And I like lay over, didn't crawl up my legs into the fetal position, learned that last time, and like fall asleep immediately. Well, 45 minutes go by and I wake up from a nightmare, and the nightmare is about this guy who swerved to run over a dog on purpose, and now he's trying to hit Kaiser with his car, and I'm like frantically trying to save Kaiser from this evil fucking guy who just wants to run. I don't know what the hell. And I'm like, oh my god, okay, we gotta go. And I turn the key and I put the car in reverse and I'm like, okay.
She's like, I'm like, see. Oh,
god, I'm
why
like,
did you
rubbing
start
to sleep
driving?
from my eyes. I'm like, here we god, am I okay? What's happening? And I'm like fully on the highway and driving before I'm like, wow, I was like, I had like excess adrenaline from my nightmare and just like I couldn't not go anymore.
And then we got here.
So yeah, and then we basically only had like an hour left. Powered through, got to my brother's house. Shout out to Cameron, who's hanging out with Kaiser while we're at VidCon. And shout out to us for living through the road trip from hell, TBH.
We did it.
Hope you have a good week. I'm going to be at VidCon. I'm going to be filming Box Find Season 3. You might want to check that out on the low when it comes out in fall. And I'm going to be hanging out with Kat and Christian. I'm going to be making musicallys. I'm going to be taking pictures. I'm going to be posting stuff. Ashe is going to be there working, but also awesome. She has her best favorite job she could ever have. So we're super excited to go. And I'm super excited to make some videos both there and when I get back.
So if you see us, say hi.
Yeah, if you're going to be at VidCon, say what's up. Be like, hey, what's up? I'll be like, hey, what's up? Because that's, you know.
We'll probably be tired.
Yeah. You'll be like, oh my god, aren't you tired? Didn't I hear that you almost died on a road trip to Colorado? And I'll be like, but I slept it off, so it's cool. Alright, y'all. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next Monday. Bye-bye.